Hello, my wonderful Libras, and welcome to Vovo Tarot. I am Joni Vovo, a drag performer based in Sydney's inner west. I've been doing personal readings for friends, just privately, for a little while now, and I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll do some collective readings and put them on the interwebs and just see what happens. So I've done 2 batches of videos already, gotten through 6 of the signs. This is my 3rd batch of recording, starting with you, Libra. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I'm recording today on World Goth Day. Woo! So I just thought I don't know, mix the look up a bit, go for something a bit ooky spooky. So here we are. So this is a general reading for the Libra collective. So like all general readings, take what resonates. And if the messages and stories, and my cat is clawing at the carpet. She stopped. If any of the messages or stories don't quite align, that's okay. She's going psycho again. Cat, what are you doing? I'm just gonna let her out 1 second. Come on, puss. Out you go. Go on. Go on, oot. Oot. Where was I? Maybe it's a sign. Maybe you're feeling a bit all keyed up and maybe you're clawing at the walls at the moment. Don't know. We'll see what comes out in the cards. Yeah, like I said, if the stories and messages don't quite resonate, that's right. It just means this reading isn't for you and it's for another Libra who's watching on. Today I'm using just a standard Rider-Waite deck, and I'll be using a Celtic cross to look at your current energies, past and future, what's known, what you don't see coming, some advice, external factors, hopes and fears, and also the final outcome. And also to say, you know, we look at the future and the final outcome, but you do have free will. Whatever you hear today, just maybe take it as a chance for you to maybe have some clarity on your situation. But, you know, ultimately it's up to you to make your own decisions. So hopefully something resonates and hopefully it's helpful. I'll just give the cards one more shuffle. All right, current situation, cross energy, past, what's coming up in the future, what's known, what's unknown, advice, external factors, hopes and fears, and then final outcome. And along the way, I might pull some clarifiers just if I feel we need to dive in a little deeper to any of the cards. So let's look at your current situation. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you're probably in a good place at the moment. Pentacles is all to do with the material world, so it might be your home, your possessions, your job, your finances. And the Queen is very much, I guess, living large. So, you know, you've done the hard work, you've built your empire, so to speak, and now you can enjoy it. So you might be indulging a little, spending money on treating yourself, or, you know, maybe you're investing in your home, getting things just how you want, how you like it. So this is a pretty good starting place. So I guess you're in a pretty comfortable place at the moment and just living your best and enjoying life. That's pretty good. Nothing to complain about so far. All right, so let's look at the past. And we've got the Two of Wands. Okay, so you can see here, this person standing in their castle, looking out beyond the walls to the great world yonder. You can see here they're holding a little globe. So they're kind of considering, you know, what currently makes up their life in their world. It's a bit of introspection, no, maybe more retrospection about what has happened in their life and how they've gotten to where they are now. So it's this point where you're kind of looking out to the future and thinking, what new foray will I head towards? Will I stay where I am now, where things are comfortable? Or is it time to leave the safety of what's known and what's currently in my life and go on some new adventure. So it's a bit of a stock take, a bit of a time of pondering what steps or actions or what directions you're going to head in next. And I guess that goes quite well with the Queen of Pentacles. If you're feeling pretty established, like things are stable, maybe you're looking back at all the work you did to get there and you're thinking, is now a time to pause and stay where I am? Or is it a time to venture out and try something new? All right, this is a pretty cruisy reading so far. No major curveballs. So let's see what's coming up. Well, that's great. So we've got the Devil inverted. So this could go a few ways. So the Devil is if there's something that has maybe a bit of control over, yourself or your life, maybe your thoughts or your feelings. It's kind of stuck energy, feeling trapped. If something has power over you, and that could be anything. It could be a relationship, a work situation. It could be you stressing about how you're going to pay the bills, you stressing about how am I going to progress my career. Just something that's really preoccupying and taking a lot of your energy. So it was upside down, and it's in the what's coming position. So possibly there is something that's really preoccupying you, making you feel a bit stuck. And inverted could indicate that there's going to be a release of this, that you're going to be able to let go of it and move on. And that kind of works well with this time of thinking, is it time to leave what's familiar and move to something new? Maybe for you at the moment, even though you're pretty cushy, everything's great and comfortable, maybe this sense of comfort is what's keeping you stuck. Sticking with the known, sticking with the familiar, not taking risks, maybe that's your stuck energy and something that you're going to need to let go of and move from. Or maybe, like the cat, maybe you are clawing the walls. Maybe you're like, this is too safe, this is too familiar. I'm getting sick of my routine, sick of... sorry, there's just a hair in my face. It's annoying me. No, I'm just gonna have to live with it. Okay. So yeah, maybe you're clawing the walls. You're like, I need to do something new. I need to break out of my routine. I'm sick of my house, sick of my four walls, sick of this job. Everything's too stable and familiar and safe, and it's driving me crazy. Maybe that's where you're at. So let's look at the cross energy. This might give us a bit of direction about, or might confirm this story so far. So we've got the King of Swords. Okay. So the King very much knows their own mind. Oh, sorry, the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords has a really good balance of the emotional realm and the mental realm. So she is aware of what's going on in here, and she's able to speak with clarity and have a good mix of heart and mind. It was inverted. This can mean a couple of things. It could mean that there's a bit of an imbalance and disconnect between heart and mind, and again, stuck energy. Or it can mean, I want to say this really gently, but the Queen of Swords can sometimes be a bit harsh with her words, and just say things way too bluntly and be a bit cutting. I don't want to I don't want to throw out any accusations here. You know yourself. This might be where you're at. Maybe all this frustration means you're, snapping at people. Maybe this, pent up frustration is coming out in the wrong way. Or maybe this is someone else in your life. Maybe this is a friend, family, coworker that you have to deal with that's always like popping off at you. I might dare say it's you, just going with the story here. Maybe this frustration, it's coming out in the wrong ways. And yeah. And maybe, you know, I said there was this disconnect between the heart and the mind. Maybe this frustration, you don't quite know how to look at it or label it or describe it. You just feel a bit unsettled and you're not quite sure why. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at what's sitting in the conscious mind, what you're aware of. All right, we've got the Magician. Upside down. So the Magician has every element at their disposal: cups, swords, pentacles, and wands. And if you're sitting here as the Queen of Pentacles, you've probably got a lot of resources available to you. If you've got cash, you can take a holiday. If you want to take leave from work, if you want to quit a job, you've probably got a bit of buffer and resources there to make all sorts of decisions. And it was upside down. So maybe even though you're quite comfortable where you are, maybe mixing things up and making a change still feels like a big risk for you. Maybe, you know, quitting a job, moving, trying some new, I don't know, hobby, going back to study, whatever. Maybe that sort of risk for you feels a bit much. And you think, oh, well, if I stop doing my job, stop, you know, my routines, paying the bills, paying the mortgage, whatever, everything's going to fall apart. So maybe there's a bit of hesitation and anxiety there about manifesting a different path or a different future or a different chapter of your life. So let's look at what's sitting in the unconscious or what you might not be aware of. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. So I would dare say, even if you're feeling hesitant about taking a risk, it looks like you're a pretty hard worker. Like, you don't get to be the Queen of Pentacles without doing the grunt work to get there. So I would dare say, whatever you put your hand to next, you probably know and are confident that you're really diligent. Like, once you set your mind to something, you know, go full steam ahead and put all your efforts in. So I have a feeling, you know, even though this is in the unconscious mind, maybe this is something you, I don't know, haven't realized about yourself, or maybe you don't trust it, but it seems whatever you put your hand to, you're going to do your best at it. Okay, let's look at the advice. So we've got the High Priestess. Interesting. So the High Priestess is about intuition. And, you know, often in life we make an emotional decision or we make a rational decision. Or, you know, sometimes we just want to make the right decision. But the High Priestess, I guess, is inviting you to, maybe move away from, you know, the rational and the emotional and have a think about which path or decision would sit right with you, if that makes sense. So, you know, it's not just about the anxiety of, you know, oh, if I don't get the best paying job, then I can't pay the bills. That's anxiety. Or it's not, you know, if I do this career path, then I'll have the most career progression and most, like, it's not logic or ration. It's about what inspires you. What, if you think about it, kind of lights you up and makes you feel excited? What sort of like resonates in your body as, intuition is hard to explain, but it's more about what ignites your heart and what inspires you and what you might feel passionate about putting your hand to. Does that make sense? So I think your advice here is, you know, throw away the pros and cons list and maybe just have a think about what would really ignite your heart if you were to pursue it. All right, external factors. The Knight of Cups. Oh. So, this might relate to you, or it might, well, external factors, duh. So it seems like potentially there might be some external offer coming in. So, you know, you might be doing all this research online about whatever it might be, places to visit, things to study, jobs to apply for. But it might actually be that there's someone in your life who's going to come in with some sort of offer. And you can see there's a cup here. So, you know, often Knight of Cups could be a romantic offer, could be. So perhaps the thing that's going to mix up your stability is some sort of new love connection. And I say that in the broadest sense. It could be a friend, could be romantic, could be family. But perhaps this next chapter, whatever you do, you're going to do it with someone else. And it's going to be, you know, that's what's going to mix it up. Maybe you've gone solo before now in all these different adventures that you've gone on. And maybe this time you'll do it with someone else and they'll push you to do new and different things or see things in a different way. Yeah, I think that's what I'm getting from this. So perhaps be open to other people giving you advice or giving you opportunities or giving you direction. Maybe that's where it's going to come from. And maybe someone will come in with an offer and, you know, it'll just resonate and hit you. And you'll be like, oh, of course, that. Yes, I want to do that. Let's go in that direction. Okay. We've looked at advice, external factors. I always forget this one. Hopes and fears. Okay. We've got, oh, okay, Four of Swords. So this is about rest. And if we look back here, a few cards actually. All right, so you've achieved a lot and you've got a lot to show for it. You worked bloody hard to get there. And it seems maybe you're a bit worn out. Maybe you're just losing your cool a bit too much because, you know, you're frustrated and tired. So I think your hopes and fears are, you're like, oh, will I ever get through this? Will I ever stop feeling frustrated? Will I ever get a chance to rest? Will I ever be able to slow down? Will I ever be able to do something that I enjoy and isn't just hard work? So, you know, hopefully somewhere in here, if you are looking to mix things up and change your life, it'll be at a better pace and give you a chance to rest and recoup. Okay, final outcome. Are you ready? Oh. Okay. Yeah, you're definitely exhausted. So the Nine of Wands, so, you know, they've been working hard. They planted all these wands. They've been watering them, tending to them, waiting for them to grow, waiting for harvest. And it's just taken a long time and a lot of work and a lot of effort. And they're just wondering, when will this pay off? And, you know, they might be ready to quit. But, you know, harvest is so close. They've worked hard. It's about to pay off. So it's upside down. So I would just say, even if you're tired, even if you're worried and anxious about change and trying something new, don't resist it. You know, upright, it's about sort of rallying yourself, saying, okay, I've got this. It's the final lap, last leg. I'm going to just give it one last push and here we go. So don't give up now. Don't, yeah, I mean, change is inevitable, right? And you can either go with it kicking and screaming, or you can sort of be a bit more fluid and be open. So I would just say, don't resist it. Find the pace that works for you. Be open to what sort of new passionate offers might come in. Again, in whatever area that might be. Work, friends, fun, whatever. Know that you can trust yourself. Like, whatever you put your hand to, you're going to give it your all. And, you know, you might be in this period of contemplation, wondering what on earth is going to come next. But, you know, I don't think you need to be so anxious about it. You've got so many resources at hand that you're in this position where, you know, you can manifest anything. And follow your intuition. See what resonates. Find what you're passionate about. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. So hopefully that resonated. Hopefully there was something helpful for you in there. Like I said, I'm just starting out, so feel free to leave some comments below. I'll open myself up to, if hopefully constructive, but positive, negative, whatever. Love to hear your feedback. Like I said, if this resonated with you, please hit the subscribe and like button, and I'll try and do these monthly. So until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.